Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Taurus. Let's see what we have for you for the next 3 months. We're looking at October to December 2025. So we have the Queen of Pentacles front and center in October. This is likely you, Taurus, male or female, but solid, stable, secure, understanding how to manifest that. Can be linked with health, healing, abundance, just a lovely, lovely energy. We have the Tower in November. Remember, towers can also be about winning the lottery and changes like that too. So they can be challenging. They can be also extremely positive. They can be sudden. We have the Three of Swords in December. So let's see what we have for you, Taurus. Let's pull some extra cards month by month, go deeper into the energies, look at any overarching messages as well as any individual ones, because a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone 3, in different areas of our life. So what do we have for our lovely Taurians? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides, starting with October. Message for Taurus with the Queen of Pentacles. Message for Taurus. Queen of Pentacles, thank you. Two cards have turned over. So we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Death card. Let's see what we have for you. The Tower. Lots of change happening here, Taurus. We have the Seven of Pentacles. The Sun is the most positive card of the tarot deck. I've got the Tower again. Cards come out for a reason, so let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. Message for Taurus. The Three of Swords. Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, the lovely Ace of Wands. These two are really positive, exciting energies. And we have the Seven of Swords. Okay. Taurus, the Queen of Pentacles is an opportunity for you to embrace your natural born skills, abilities, connected to your natural element, earth. This is about being grounded, self-value, self-worth, self-appreciation, focusing on things that bring you stability and security. The opportunity to embrace healthier energies, whether it's an environment, connections, people, places. So you might be making changes on that basis as well. You could be connecting to a healer as well, or becoming one with this energy too. Or healthy changes for yourself, new routines, exercise, taking care of yourself, self-care, self-love, self-appreciation, self-value. There could be a greater focus in terms of taking care of your health. But it's a very grounded energy. This is somebody who understands how to manifest money and success as well. So these are the areas that you'll be focusing on in October time, and very capable of manifesting success in those areas too, and change in those areas too. The energy here, Taurus, I feel that you're dealing with some kind of ending. The Death card can be to do with endings, loss, out with the old, in with the new. It feels, however, here that you might be responding to that. You know, the Four of Wands can be linked to home, family relationships or something that affects that. There can be a feeling with this energy as well on being very protective of those you care about, maybe those that you provide for as well with the Four of Wands. It represents home, family relationships, what brings you stability and security, property as well. So with this energy, I feel that you're just figuring out how to cultivate a new path. Some of you, it can represent endings or even loss to do with a home, a family member, relationship endings of some kind as well. These energies can be profound like that, but they can also be to do with being ready to understand how you deal with an ending. So, for example, if it was money and it affected your stability and security in terms of home, property, people you care for, people you provide for, this too would be an energy here of how do I go about this? How do I cultivate a new path for myself? So these energies are profound. They represent change, but the cards come out for a reason, because there is a way forward here. There is that sense of light, you know, coming into your life and an opportunity to cultivate a new path for yourself. Sometimes the Page of Pentacles can also represent learning, qualifications, skills development. Some of you might be looking at doing that to further yourself in terms of money areas or further yourself in terms of your vocation, what you're interested in, training in a particular field. So this is a very positive card of that basis. It can also represent a very positive message to do with money areas or property areas. So again, you could be hearing a positive message. Again, if you're dealing with some ending to do with the areas I've described. Like I said, towers can be in any life area. They can be to do with health areas, property areas, relationship areas, money areas. But this just feels here that there is a way forward, or you're cultivating a way forward, or have the opportunity to, or there is an important message coming in. So this is what I see for you here, Taurus, for the month of October. There is change. I mean, you have some powerful cards of change, but there's also a sense of there's going to be light as well with this. There is a way forward with this, is what I'm seeing for you. The tower, two towers here, represent change, the tearing down of the old. It can also be, you know, change within you as well. For those of you where, for example, there's been a decision to end something in October, this is you embracing change. For those of you dealing with an ending in October in some way, shape or form, this is you finding your way through. The Seven of Pentacles and the Sun, this is an energy of really taking stock and evaluating, putting your efforts and time and persevering on a path. I mean, sometimes we can question here our savings, take stock of our savings, take stock of our money, take stock of how we need to move forward in terms of money areas, look at our options in terms of money. And it might well be here, Taurus, that some kind of solution is presented to you to do with money areas. For those of you who are dealing with change in some way, shape or form, you might be looking at investments, savings, the practical side of life in terms of how you deal with a situation. The Sun represents an opportunity for good news, celebration, joy, happiness, light after dark. Things are about to get so much better. So certainly in terms of things like money areas in particular, there could well be, if you're trying to cultivate a new path in some way, And again, this can be about really looking at your options. Again, we look at practical things like savings, investments, our money side of things. We try and do money management. We look at what we're putting time and energy into and evaluate, do I keep on doing this? What more can I do? These are the kind of things that we look at in terms of money areas. But there is a way forward here. In terms of property, if this was to do with property, again, changes in terms of property, it might well be that you're looking at, can I afford something new that might be happening? Because again, it could well be changes in property for some of you. And this is the energy of yes. If you're dealing with changes in terms of business, if you're dealing with changes in terms of property, this would be a very positive energy of getting a big yes coming back. The answer is yes. So if you're looking at whether you can afford something in times of change to do with property, you're looking at whether something's going to come off in terms of business, career, financial areas, the answer is yes. If you're looking at whether you're going to get good news in terms of getting the money that you feel that you've persevered to get, maybe there's a relationship ending of some kind, or some kind of official payout, whatever that scenario would be to you or of some kind, these energies will be a resounding yes. So even though there is the problem here being addressed very clearly, there's also the solution in the month of November. And I feel this is just about, sometimes we just have to get our head down, persevere in a path. It can be a bit of a frustrating energy. We really take stock and evaluate the practical side of life as well and put our energy and time in the right direction. But there's a strong sense of what you've been persevering towards, what you have been putting time and energy into, how you have been looking at your options and focusing your ideas, your approach in terms of money areas in particular. There's good news to do with that. Now, like I said, yes, it could well also be to do with property. For those of you where you're going through change in terms of property, this would be good news maybe in finding another one. And similarly for relationship breakups, endings, to do with family, for example. And again, you might be wondering if you're going to get the money that you feel that you might deserve, and looking at your options on that basis in terms of, is there anything more I can do to get the outcome that I need? Again, this is a very powerful indication of yes, that will be coming in. Like I said, there is the problem that you're dealing with here, Taurus, but well within your capability to deal with it. With the Queen of Pentacles, she's a very... Queen of Pentacles, out of all the queens, is really self-sufficient. She is capable. And it's reminding yourself to stay grounded because you have energies that you're dealing with here that are feeling like when the rug is pulled from under your feet. But this is doing what you naturally do, falling back on your natural gifts and talents and character, to take everything in your stride, which the Queen of Pentacles does. Stay grounded. Stay focused on the practical side of what needs to be done. And there's a strong sense of everything comes good. This is a resounding yes coming in. Good news, celebration, joy, happiness, light after dark. Even though you've gone through what feels like a very challenging time here, Taurus, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what you're being. It's like the rain, the sun comes out after the storm. It's that kind of feeling here in the reading. That's something that you have been really hoping for, or striving for, or looking for, is coming off in the month of November, and it feels like focusing on what brings you stability and security. So money areas can be property areas as well with the Tower. So we have the energy here, Taurus, in December period. The Three of Swords can be breakups, could be linked with what's gone on before. It's not limited to that, though. Three of Swords can be emotional pain, dealing with emotional pain. dealing with hurt, third-party situations, painful truths, betrayal. There's levels to the Three of Swords energy, but with the Three of Swords, we always learn from it, generally not to be hurt again. So this is that scenario here, Taurus, that even though you've been hurt in a situation, and you might well be, even if this is linked to the rest of the 2 months before, you're kind of reconciling how you've been hurt. You might have felt betrayed. You might have felt let down, disappointed, some emotional pain being caused. So, but you're learning what you need to do now. And that's a powerful thing. Because, with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords, this is deception of some kind. Seven of Swords is sometimes there's concealment. Sometimes somebody tries to get away with something, just like this person, is in, when everyone is kind of like asleep in those tents, they're trying to steal the swords from the camp. So this is that scenario here where, someone might be trying to get away with something, conceal something, not declare something. It can be secrets and lies with this energy. Really, however this is for you, this is where I think from December, you're kind of saying, I'm just going to put that down to experience, but I'm not letting it stop me move forward. You could have felt deceived in terms of how things came about as well. If this was to do with a work situation, and there was significant change that you were dealing with, you might have felt really deceived or lied to or betrayed in some way, even scapegoated. However this would manifest for you. But it's not limited to the previous months. For a lot of you with such big changes, it feels all connected here. But it's almost like, when you come to December, you're owning that pain and you're letting it teach you. You're letting it guide you forward now in terms of how you need to move forward. Because this is a really exciting, positive energy with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. These two together are, I'm ready. I'm ready to go for it. I'm ready to cultivate my new path. I'm ready to move in a direction of where there is potential and growth and positivity and excitement. And something that really uplifts and brings me, positive energy, enthusiasm. I'm moving in a direction of where there is growth, fully understanding that what you've been dealing with, you're just letting go of this whole thing. And I think that's what you're doing. You're kind of wiser for the experience, but you're not letting it stop you move forward now. And there is growth on this new path. This is about moving where your heart and soul is leading you and understanding that Spirit, God, Spirit, the universe is helping open a door for you. And it's about being ready to go on that new adventure. And that's where the focus needs to be. So it could be a life journey, this. So this could well be just walking through a new door and you're being told, you've no idea what potential lies behind this door, but you're ready to go and find out. So this is just a really exciting time for you. Even though you've been hurt, there is something really, really positive happening for you in December time. And that door is opening, either by your hand or circumstances are opening it for you and leading you in a direction of where there is real potential. You've no idea what's behind that door, but this is about going for it and just being ready to find out. Now, this would also be very positive in terms of good news to do with opportunities. So very positive on the business, career, financial front. Very positive in terms of jobs, business opportunities, ventures, endeavors, enterprises, initiatives, things opening up for you on that basis with real potential and growth. And you're just wiser for an experience. You're understanding how to move in a direction. I'm feeling really uplifted. It feels like you're moving on from some kind of challenging circumstances here, Taurus. The Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands can be representative of you starting something yourself as well, giving something a go, being inspired to start something new. It could be a vocation, it can be things like hobbies, it can be things like enterprises, new businesses. This is just a lovely energy of that basis. It can also represent an opportunity to start a new beginning in a space where you're ready to. So some of you could be moving to a place that you feel more spiritually aligned. It could be a new home, new property, somewhere you feel connected to your heart and soul. And this is that door that's opening for you here. Like I said, it could follow on from the previous month where something that you were hoping that you could afford, you can. In times of real change, could be to do with property. Like I said, this can be a very positive sign of starting on a brand new path, and it's all kind of systems go. But starting anew, and that new path is full of potential. Sometimes in times of hurt and deep change, Spirit can also bring someone new our way. So it can be when you least expect it, when you've gone through real change. It could well be in the midst of all of this here, Taurus. Again, whatever change you're experiencing, that you might meet someone new. Because this can be passion, chemistry, desire, connection, spark with someone, and being willing to see where that leads. So sometimes, everything happens for a reason. Like I always say, there's always purpose behind towers, and we look back on towers in months or years to come and realize the hand of Spirit, But I feel that certainly in November, Spirit is there is an issue to deal with, there is change, but there's also the solution. And that's where the focus needs to be. It's about being grounded and practical and understanding what you need to do. But it feels like by December period, even though you've dealt with hurt and what looks like betrayal on some level here, Taurus, or the feeling of that, this just feels that sense of there is a way forward. And there is such potential and growth, excitement, enthusiasm in your own energy about this, having been through this time, that you're ready for it. You're ready for it, and you're ready to explore that and go on that new adventure. Is what I see for you here, Taurus. It feels quite a personal reading, to be honest. So let's see what we have for you as a fortune message. What do we have for our lovely Taurians? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. I've got 2. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you're getting big energies. We've got transformation. Number 32. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. We have Mountain, number 22. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. It's a sign that you will conquer that mountain. There is transformation here. And Queen of Pentacles, grounded, takes everything in her stride. Queen of Pentacles doesn't really let emotions get the better of her. She doesn't let mental energies get the better of her. I don't even see that in the reading. I mean, there's all these kind of changes that are happening here, Taurus, but I don't see emotional energies. I don't see mental energies getting in the way. And that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's extremely rooted and strong. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you as an angel message. What do we have for Taurus? So the number is 4555. So you might be seeing that number. It might resonate with you. It can be a repeating sign as well from God, Spirit, the universe too, as a sign for you. You are in the midst of significant transformations in your life. Remember that you have the freedom to make all the decisions you need to reap the rewards of your harvest. All right, Taurus, let's finish off with a Spirit Animal Oracle message for you. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Angel Spirits Guides message for Taurus. So, we have Dragon, supernatural. It's a very powerful energy, a magical one. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Let's pull one more for you. Oh my goodness, we've got eagle. You know, when the eagle appears in a reading, it represents that you're being watched over by, again, God, Spirit, the universe. You might feel that kind of, those signs. So we have eagle mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. That's what I have for you for the next 3 months here, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful next 3 months, and I will see you next time.